Bukedi Times was one of the media houses honored and at the center to cover the 5-day National Science Week, which was from the 15th of June to the 20th of June 2025, hosted by the Uganda's Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovations, Office of the President at Kololo Independence Grounds. Under the theme, Made in Uganda, Innovations to the Market, the Science Week kick-started with interactive e-mobility processions aimed at sparkling curiosity on what is ahead. Hands-on demos showcased in everyday life, not just in laboratories. Innovators and entrepreneurs displayed local technologies and consumer products. Attendees could engage directly with creators and even purchase the Made in Uganda goods.
My name is Siko Georgina, a student of Napak City Secondary School, Karamoja region. We have brought today our innovation with a theme, Sustainable Water Solution for Karamoja. That's a windmill-based irrigation system.
It's a general product. It's an animal-based product that is going to help the animals improve their feed conversion ratio. That when an animal takes biomass, it's going to have a good feed conversion ratio. When you to look at these products, this is an animal which has not taken biomass. This is how it looks like. It's going to have its waste look like this, but we expect our animal, after having taken biomass, to have its waste look like this. So this is going to reduce the waste that we're having on our farms, because first of all, our animals have gained good weight, they have had a good digestion, they have a good weight, and afterwards, we expect the waste at our farm to be less, and even this biomass help us also reduce the smell at our farms. So we believe that our products are going to be of a very good beneficial use to our environment. Maybe I can also cushion this. This product is called Break It. Break It is a product which helps us to, for example, the toilets which are loaded, septic tanks which are also loaded, and they are becoming smelly. When we apply Break It to our products, Break It is a product that really breaks down whatever that is in the toilet. The toilet is getting full. When you apply Break It, it breaks down whatever is in the toilet, and we expect the toilet to go back to normal. It will have a reduced sum of whatever is inside the toilet, and maybe even the drainage system of whatever that we use in our homes. Break It is a product that is going to improve the drainage system in our homes.
Collins.
Why have you come here?
I've come here for Science Week 2025, which began yesterday. And basically we are here to showcase innovations from banana stems. We make various products from banana stems.
Not only this?
Yeah, not only this, but we make various products including banana hair extensions. And you can see as we have branded, we have a new packaging, Banafine, and that is the hair for women. It's very nice hair.
Of all innovations, why did you decide to make hair from this?
We decided to make hair because when you look at the alternative hair that we have, it is synthetic, and it's very, very dangerous to the environment. It causes pollution when it enters into our trenches and then ends up in the wetlands and rivers and lakes. We will have a lot of contamination and pollution, and our environment will have issues, especially with our ecosystem.
Oluvannyuma lw'okulaba demand ey'amaanyi nti abantu baffe bagenda ne banywa omwenge enkeera ne bataba productive tebatasobola kuba nti basobola okugenda okukola emirimu. Sekendere n'embeera y'ebyobulamu byabwe nti abantu bangi bafudde olw'omwenge mu nsi yonna, si Uganda yokka. naye mu nsi yonna abantu bafa olw'omwenge. So twalaba demand nga weeri ne tutandika okuyiiya ekintu kino. Bwe natandika okuyiiya ekintu kino ne tukola prototype nejja, bannayuganda ne bagisanyukira nnyo n'ensi yonna, ne tugenda mu maaso n'okudevelopinga product eno scientifically. Era we twogerera etuuse ku market yawe eri ku. So eno product twagituuma Pombegard okuyamba nti etangira omwenge, obulabe bw'omwenge bwonna obwandi kutuusiddwako ng'onywedde. So that's why twagituuma Pombegard, mwe twajja erinnya eryo. Y'abantu bafuna hangover. Bw'oba onywa n'ofuna hangover, wano we tuli, eno ye solution gye weetaaga, teweetaaga kirala.
Dr. Monica Msenero visited different innovators throughout the Science Week to see what the new kids on the block had brought to the market. A lot of innovations were exhibited at Kololo Independence Grounds National Science Week of 2025, ranging from productivity acceleration, e-mobility, aeronautics, drugs, among others.
What we want you to feel, this what we have in here is less than 10% of the work which is being done. We are just trying to help you to see what is actually happening. So I'm going to start from this way. Here we have, this is Day Biopharma, which represents the manufacturer, commercial manufacturer of drugs in Uganda. I don't know if you all know about Day Biopharma, but it's the largest pharmaceutical manufacturing company on the continent of Africa. We are yet to finish, but at the moment we have some drugs which are already on the market and supplying the Ministry of Health. Can you tell them briefly, just focus on which drugs are now on the market and then the ones which are in the process?
Okay, good
Brenda
morning.
is here. Mama Pathogen, so she will take over.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much. You're welcome to the pathogen economy. Yeah, so basically this whole section is for scientists as well as industrial scientists that have been able to join the industry. And right here with us is Day Biopharma, and they are doing a host of medicines, of biologics. They are into diagnostics as well, and vaccines are coming on. They are our biggest that we have as a country, but also as a region, as Africa. And one of the biggest things they are doing that they'll be supporting the rest of these with is contract manufacturing. And that's what we've been missing. We do a lot of science in the laboratory, but we miss out on the end to end. We reach somewhere and our prototypes cannot proceed to the next level because we don't have manufacturing. Yes.
So we have tramadol, which is a painkiller restricted one. We have paracetamol. For now, tramadol and paracetamol, they are pending approval, so they are not yet in market. But we have also antibiotics here. We have doxycycline.
You can hold one and show us.
This is doxycycline. It's an antibiotics. It is already on market. Also, we have metformin. This is for diabetes type 2. It's already on market. We also have metronidazole. Metronidazole, we have two of them. One of it is non-coated, another one is coated. The difference between that is that the coated one masks the bitter taste, but also it is a little bit, takes longer to act than this one. It is sour, but the absorption is faster. So they are all on market.
So which one is this?
This one is a special facility where we test most of the drugs and vaccines. We must test them in animals first. Now, to make the science easy, we create special animals we use more science to create special animals, and their laboratory mice are the most common. So they have a lot of different mice. This particular mouse is special in that it is able to mimic the human body when it comes to COVID. It is they inserted human genes in it, so it can get infected with the COVID, and it behaves like a human being who has COVID. So if I want to test whether my vaccine works, what I do is I vaccinate this rat. Instead of first coming to test it on you, I vaccinate this rat, I infect it with COVID. If it's protected, then I know my vaccine works. So they can tell you the rest of what they do, but this is a whole industry of its own. And for us, we didn't have people employed in this sector. We have a few people who produce the lab mice we use. You've seen the Minister of Education can set a whole exam with the rats to dissect. So there are people who, that is very, very basic. But now, not only are we have a state of the art, because like these ones, we have to maintain them for a long time. And we have these different ones. You see, all these are clans of mice. All these are different clans. Some of them we have to maintain them in a very clean environment. They never get exposed to any infectious agent. So we didn't have this facility, and so we started to set up this facility in 2020, and now we have started training people to actually, these ones we had to buy from out, then multiply, because they reproduce, but we are now creating our own for diseases which are here. We start to create a model for malaria, a model for, so that when other people need, because like when we were looking for this one, we first requested from China. After 6 months, they returned our money. The demand globally was too much. So then we ordered from America. It took another 6 months for us to get because of the line. So it's a lucrative industry, and we are going to be training a lot of young people to do this, to fit in that ecosystem.
For long, we've had our indigenous scientists that most of us call herbalists doing their work, and very good, and we really, really hail them because they've showed us actually what innovation can do, and they've taken products to the market. However, we've been missing an element of standardization. So when we came in as STI, we set up a whole platform to support the standardization of their products. For example, they will work on a product maybe for malaria, but we've not tested in the animals like you've seen, and right away they are getting into the humans. And we never get to know what those drugs are doing to the lungs, for example, to the heart, to the organs, yeah? So before we now come into humans, we've tested the other side in animals, in petri dishes like you'll see, and then finally when we've gone through safety is the very first level before you go into the next levels. So this platform here is now handling testing in humans after we've done in animals and in the petri dishes. So this great team here, headed by Professor Chirenga, you saw him on Monday during the summit, has already done 2 clinical trials of therapeutics from natural products, things we had never done as a country. So very recently, the recently concluded clinical trial was the one for Vidicin. This is from Kazire. Kazire is a renowned businessman, but he trusted the process in order to bring his product. You know, in science, it can be a negative or a positive. But he said, whatever it is, I will go. So he gave us his product, and then
it works very well.
And it works very well. Yes. This was phase 2B. Yes. And so we are now waiting on National Drug Authority. There are processes there, but at least on our end we've done the science, and we've gone to another level.
Okay.
So thank you. But this is huge. We've registered it on the Africa Clinical Trials platform, and we are going. Actually, World Health Organization came here to learn from us as a country and how we've been able to handle this. Now we are getting into cancer clinical trials, you've seen Pombegard, pain, or what we call analgesics. We are getting into malaria clinical trials, very expensive diabetes, but STI, championed by the minister, has held this on. Yeah.
This is Pombegard. It has two things we are all interested in, and which is going to push us on the economy. It has anti-hangover. If you have drunk something and it is not enabling you to function, just take a little and you'll be fine in a few minutes, and nobody will tell that you consumed something. Then but later as we worked, we found that there is a painkiller. This painkiller, we are testing it clinically. We are now taking it to test it in a lab. But so far, the informal information we have, it has pain-killing effects which can compare to morphine without sedating. It can kill pain, help people who have severe pain. We are now testing it. But this one is already on the market. This one is already on the market, and the demand is quite good.
During the Science Summit, which met a number of innovators convened, Dr. Monica Msenero said that many of the young people got funds through their own initiative and started work, and therefore should be given serious attention. She appealed for protection to the investors as she provides technical support for them.
So I just want to comment that as you have been here this afternoon, and for those who were here in the morning before you came, you will notice that as you went through some of the exhibitions, you will notice that there are so many domestic investors. Many of these young people sought funds on their own initiative, and they started work, and so they are really investors. Many of them have denied themselves. Not all the people here have received funding. The majority of people here have funded themselves in some way, and I think they deserve to be recognized as investors. And if we recognize them as investors, it's important that we also upgrade the recognition and the attention that we give to them in the investor protection. So I would like you to know that there is a very surging storm of domestic investors. They are poised to transform the landscape of our economy if they can receive the support. Some of the support they need is not monetary. Some of the support they need is protection. I have to deal with this, and now that you are here, I think you can help me with the protection, and I deal with the technical support. So that we work together. Their nature of protection sometimes does not arise from individuals who are intending to harm them. Many times it arises from structures that we have built, slow public service structures, which are non-responsive to investors, or structures and systems which were set to serve us when Uganda was not producing investors, but was simply importing products, and they need an adjustment so that they can now serve these domestic
investors. I believe that working together, we can create the fast-tracking ecosystem because most of their challenges are delays.
The Science Summit was also graced by Edith Nakalema, who is from the State House Investor Protection Unit. The Science Week also had an investor summit which attracted a number of potential investors across the world to find out the investment environment in the country, and many of them pledged to invest. Dr. Monica Msenero said that she wants Uganda to go to the qualitative leap of the economy where the country will attain 550 billion USD GDP by 2050, and this can only be achieved by value addition.
We want to go where we want to go to the qualitative leap of the economy, where we are going to attain 550 billion GDP by 2040. We must amplify our progress. So that can only be achieved if we are able to add value. So you'll see from cow hides, which have been converted into very expensive leather and bags, you are going to see soya, which has been extended. As you go that side, you are going to see how STI approaches this issue through a value chain approach. We have been trying to explain that, but you are not understanding it. Today we have displayed it. So when we talk about a mango, many of us think of cutting the mango and eating. We don't think about other things that we can make from the mango. Now when you harvest a mango and you just cut that mango and eat it and then throw away the rest, you have used less than 30% of the value of that mango. When you just cut a banana and eat the bunch and throw away the stem, you have harnessed less than 35% of the money which was in that banana. So you are going to see products, high quality products, which have been made from that stem, which we have been leaving to rot. And within the stem, within the banana leaves, within the parts that we throw away, is 65% of the banana. And now we are able to harness that and convert it into jobs and convert it into money. So what our declaration today is that Uganda has moved from innovation to market.
The 2025 edition of the National Science Week at Kololo Independence Grounds is a spotlight on Uganda's bold journey of turning innovation into the market-ready solutions. During the opening ceremony of the National Science Week, it was the e-mobility parade which was one of the opening actions of the Science Week, and Dr. Monica Msenero said that they had a few things to show in the last attempts and that even the quality was not very good, but now e-mobility is now moving into maturity.
Today we are here at the e-mobility parade as one of the opening actions for National Science Week 2025. I must say, being here and seeing what has happened over the past 4 years, it's just simply amazing. It's amazing what focus can do. It's amazing what a proper organization and leadership can do. We had the last parade we had was in 2021, and we barely had a handful of motorbikes. We had about 3-4 companies. We had only 4 buses in the country. We had 1 or 2 bicycles. At that time, the quality couldn't even move in the parade. But today, see how far we have come. E-mobility is now moving into maturity. We are really now moving into maturity. I see so many companies. We have capacity to manufacture 10,000 vehicles in the country now. Majority of them are motorbikes. At that time, we were just trying out. But right now, we are saying to the nation, from innovation to the market, because we are market ready. We have market ready companies. And so as we come to National Week 2025, this is the 4th edition of National Science Week. I am very proud to have been the minister during this period. I really feel I'm very proud. I want to thank my president, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Sir, this has been your vision, and I hope that it will put a smile on your face. We are now roaring, coming and going. The buses are now very many. But right behind me, this is now a spin-off company, not the Chira Motors, but a spin-off, eBus Express. This is the one which provides the e-mobility services. It's a company growing on its own. When you see the motorbikes now, I have seen lots of ladies. I've had challenges with women in science, women in STI, but now I've seen a lot of ladies here. A lot of them have been writing me. We are creating jobs.
Right Honorable Deputy Speaker Thomas Tayewa, who represented the President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, also graced the National Science Week. He started by touring different innovations, and later he went to the Investors Lounge, where he met and talked to a number of investors and convinced them to come and invest in Uganda. He said it's a reason why we have a coach who is Dr. Monica Msenero from Makerere University to come and lead a knowledge-based economy.
As a government, it's our strategy and intention to create a knowledge-based economy. And that's why we have coached Professor Msenero here from Makerere University to come and lead the knowledge-based economy. And of course, I'm sure she must have already told you that we are planning to grow our economy from the current around $63 billion to $500 billion by 2040. And we put in place strategies, but one which is relevant to this is in science, technology, and innovation. So we are going to be investing heavily as a government toward that. But of course, you can only do that if you have peace and security in the country. We've already guaranteed that. In fact, in Uganda, we have extra peace and security to the extent that we are now exporting it to our neighbors. So we are exporting peace and security to neighbors, to South Sudan, to Somalia, because we have that. So we focused on that, and we believe when coming to that line, we've done well. We've also intentionally, as an endeavor, decided to invest so much to ensure that we have cheap energy for production and for investment. So now they will be able to be getting energy at around 5 US cents per kilowatt-hour, and not only available energy but also reliable. So reliability, we are investing much more in the national grid, but also we want to go beyond Kampala. We are building industrial parks across the country. We have built more cities, and but what is also more interesting about Uganda is that we have the best performing currency on the continent, if I may say. We have a very stable currency. I think we just had a little bit of a shock in around 2015. Now it's 10 years. All this volatility that you've been seeing all over the world, the best way and the safest way was for you to have a Ugandan currency. Now, for me as an investor, and the person we're talking to, I'm a manufacturer, I'm an investor, I have invested in other companies, so I'm not only talking from the point of policy, but from the point of investing millions of dollars and employing over 500 people. So we have a very ready human resource, but most important is that as a government, we've made it deliberate that if you make your money and you want to take it out, exit without any help from government. Exit without any help from government. And starting this July also, we've given a 3-year automatic tax holiday to startups. So if you have any startup that you want to invest in, you won't have pressures of, of taxes right away and all these challenges. And we are also ready to listen to you. What other challenges do you have? We have, I think it was last year, when I met groups of angel investors, and they were crying out because of the double taxation system that we have sorted it out. Okay? We have sorted it out.
In his final address to the people, he said that the common East African market and the funding of innovations are crucial to the progress of Uganda. Lydia Akiding, Kiria Onkuni for Bukedi Times, 2025 National Science Week, Kololo Independence Grounds.
The people out there who haven't even taken the initiative or haven't had the chance of coming in here, this is really great, and we thank you so much.